What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Monday Grind. It's Rohan, and I'm going to fill you in on all the cool gaming stuff coming up. So, as you can see, I'm playing Fallout 4. That is because I am super excited about what Bethesda has in store for us very, very soon. Fallout Vault 76 was announced this past Tuesday, and all we know right now is not much. It's a Fallout title. We don't have a lot of details. All the details we have, we scavenged from Fallout 3. So basically from Fallout 3 we learned that Vault 76 is one of the normal vaults. It was not created for a psychological test or the test of whatever. It was just created to be a vault of a normal vault, so that everybody knows, okay, this is what happens when people go into a vault. Now when we soak their babies in acid, this is what happens differently, because the people that made the vaults are just insane. Anyways, so it's gonna be a normal vault, which that'll be kind of weird to see. Also, we learned from the song in the game that a lot of people are speculating it's going to be set in West Virginia, which adds up. Doing some reading and based on what other people have said also, when you read the log in Fallout 3 about Vault 76, it says that it's going to be in the DC area, and West Virginia is not super far from DC, so that adds up with the song they played in the trailer. Also, the coolest feature that may or may not be a thing is it is rumored there will be co-op capabilities in Fallout Vault 76. Now, this is definitely a first for Bethesda if it is true. Even though we've seen Elder Scrolls Online, that's an MMORPG, and I just think of that as completely different. This would be the first entry that has co-op, and to what extent we don't know yet, because we don't even know if it's true or not. Hopefully it's true. I'm excited about it. I want to see what happens, and that's coming up at E3. Before we get into E3, I have a few other things we're going to talk about. Bungie is one of my favorite game developers. My childhood was rife with Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Recon, all the other games that went on. There's a lot of stuff. ODST. Bungie eventually stopped. They made Destiny. They sold out to Activision, which, however you feel about that, whatever. But they just partnered with a company. I believe it's either a Chinese or Japanese company. I can't remember what it said. But the company's called NetEase. And they gave Bungie $100 million to start developing other games. They said, hey, we believe in you. Let's see what you got. So Bungie has hired several new teams internally to begin developing other games. They then confirmed, hey, Destiny franchise is going to be going on forever, but we also want to make other games, which I think is really exciting because I think Bungie does great work. I think the reason Destiny is honestly such a flop for me is that everything's DLC centered, which that's only like that because they sold out to Activision. Either way, however you feel about it, it's cool that Bungie has an opportunity to make some other games, and hopefully I think they'll do really, really good. So, that being said, I want to see what they're going to come out with, and I'm sure we'll hear something about that before too long. But I guess we'll just have to see, right? Here, let's name my guy. That's super believable, right? Can I accept that? Not a synth. There we go. Boop. Okay, sorry, having fun. Next, PUBG has been suing everybody lately. They've been suing anybody who made even kind of lookalike games. A lot of these have been mobile. Most of the most of the competitors that have just pretty much took the PUBG format and copied and pasted have been on mobile. A few were not, but they've been suing everybody. It hasn't just been like, they can't technically sue anybody over a battle royale game. Some people they're suing because, they have a pan in their game. They definitely took that from us. And so they're working these little technicalities into these lawsuits, Well, PUBG is just trying to sue Fortnite right now. I haven't read into all the why exactly they're doing that, but I don't know. I think a lot of it is kind of anger, if I'm being honest, because we learned about this lawsuit not too long after it comes out that PUBG's player base has diminished 50% in the past month, 2 months. The player base is just completely diminished, and whereas Fortnite keeps getting more and more popular. So I think a lot of this lawsuit is hopefully to defame Fortnite or just cause them grief, cost them money, whatever they can do, which is kind of childish, but it is what it is. So I guess we'll see how that lawsuit plays out. That's all I really had for other smaller news. Here is where most of my excitement lies. E3 2018. E3 is scheduled to take place this upcoming weekend. It starts the 9th and goes through the 12th. I actually have the E3 schedule for you. Saturday, June 9th, EA is holding their event at 1 p.m. Central Time. Sunday, June 10th, we have Microsoft at 3 p.m., Bethesda at 8:30 p.m. Monday, June 11th, we have Square Enix at 12 p.m., Ubisoft at 3 p.m., and Sony at 8 p.m. And then Tuesday, wrapping us all up, we have Nintendo at 11 a.m. So I'm excited. I will definitely be watching all of this as much as I can. I gobble up E3. It's always cool. Tons of great stuff. Always fun. Never know what you're going to see there. So it's just going to be great. I think it's a really good year. We don't have any console releases. We're not getting any. Last E3 was really console driven. Everything was really about the Xbox One X, the PS4 Pro. That's kind of what last year was driven. And there was a lot of cool games released, but honestly, I feel like most of those games were either launch titles with the new consoles coming out or that kind of thing. We had a lot of great games this past year, but for the most part, there were several games that we saw last year that didn't even come out this year. We had Anthem. Kingdom Hearts 3 made an appearance at the last E3, if I'm correct. There were a few other games. But all those games that appeared at last E3 we're definitely going to see this year, hopefully with some more trailers, actual gameplay. But we'll just have to see what they come up with. So right now I have a rather long list of... Many of these games are confirmed. Some of them are highly suspected due to other stuff that's been going on. There's been a lot of leaks this year. Whether they're all accurate, we're not sure yet. But here's the list. Fallout Vault 76. That is definitely confirmed. Bethesda confirmed we're going to see more about it at this E3. And I'm really excited to see that. I don't think they're going to let us down. Bethesda does really great work in my opinion. So I'm excited to see what they're going to unveil this year. Battlefield V. Just kidding. Battlefield 5 multiplayer. We saw the campaign trailer, whatever you want to call it. We saw that about a week and a half ago, but we didn't really get to see any multiplayer. They hinted at a few different play styles they're going to bring back, some stuff they've changed up, but they didn't really tell us a lot. And they said, hey, wait till E3, we're going to knock your socks off. So we said, okay, we'll wait. So hopefully they deliver. I think they will. I think what we really want to see is, are they going to have a battle royale mode? We know that Battlefield and Call of Duty, huge competitors. Call of Duty announced a battle royale mode. I personally believe they will have a battle royale mode, but there's no way of knowing until E3. Next on the list, we have a confirmed trailer for Anthem. On Twitter, they dropped a few pictures, a very short clip, and they said, hey, get ready. We're going to be at E3. See you there. So, Anthem, it looks kind of Destiny-ish. Hopefully, it turns out to be better and not just DLC riddled. But I have a lot of hope and faith riding on this game, so I guess we're just going to see what they show us at E3. Black Ops 4, this is kind of one of my suspicions. I feel like they may show us a little bit more at E3. It's not guaranteed, but I just highly doubt that Battlefield will show up at E3 and Black Ops 4 won't. So I guess we'll see about that. Cyberpunk 2077. I did not know anything about this game before just a day or two ago. Apparently, it is made by CD Projekt Red, the makers of Witcher 3, and the game's been in the works since 2012. So there's a lot of expectations riding on this game, and we're supposed to see some of it E3. So that'll be really cool to see. Witcher, fantastic series. They do great work. So I guess, and it's a shooter game. It's a shooter game too. So, you know, in The Witcher, you had more typical RPG elements. You think, you know, sword, shield, whatever, all that stuff. And this would be definitely going away from that. So that'll be cool to see. The Division 2. I personally was not a fan of the first Division. I played most of it through, and then I just didn't enjoy it anymore. I played it for about a week, never touched it again. It's not because it wasn't a good game. It's just if you didn't play with friends nonstop, it lacked an element of fun for sure. Additionally, it had the same problem I have with Destiny. You pay $60 for a game, and they release another $60 DLC every other week. It feels like. So that's not what I look for in a game. So moving on from that, Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 2 has been waiting on its sequel for literally forever now. So I think Kingdom Hearts 3, they showed up at the last E3. They've been in the works for several years now, per my remembering. But I guess we'll just see what they're bringing to the table this year. They showed us some great stuff last year, but I don't know what more they're going to show us this year. Hopefully an actual release date, and we can get our hands on something soon. So we next have Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, we're not confirmed. This isn't confirmed that it's going to be at E3. It's just highly speculated that with this being one of the biggest games of next year, it's believed that it's definitely going to show up at E3. This is one of those games that a lot of people are going to buy. Everybody loves the Grand Theft Auto series, and this is their country western game. So it's definitely going to be a big seller next year, maybe even Game of the Year material. So I definitely think it'll show up at E3. After that, we have The Last of Us Part 2. This was one of the just most popular PlayStation exclusive games. I actually, at one point, I bought a PlayStation 4 just so I could be able to play that game. That's how amazing the game was. And it was very, very good. The story was just fantastic, and it definitely delivered to all the expectations. The hype was very real with that game. So next, Metro Exodus. Following in the Metroid games, there was Metroid 2033 and Metroid Last Light or something. I can't remember what it was called. But this will be the third installment in that game series, which it should be pretty cool. The other games were really cool. They kind of had that survival horror type game. It was great. It almost felt kind of like a BioShock to me in some ways because of the play style, the elements that are just very present in that game. So I like the first two games. I think the third one will be just as good. Is it a game that I'd really show off at E3? I don't know. I mean, I like the games. Am I crazy about them? Not necessarily. I can't shoot a red versus save my life. But either way, it's making its presence at E3, so that'll be cool to see. Metroid Prime 4. It is not 100% guaranteed, but it is highly speculated that Metroid will be showing up at E3. We received a very, very, very short little clip showing Metroid 4 last year at E3. So hopefully they come back this year with some actual gameplay and something to really get our hopes up. Next, we have Pokemon RPG for the Switch. This also was rumored, hey, we're getting a Pokemon game on the Switch. It's going to be an RPG type game. Does this mean the next installment in the Pokemon franchise in terms of actually, catching your Pokemon, raising them as a trainer, battling other trainers, and defeating the Elite Four at the end? We are not sure. I sure hope so. I think it'd be great. It had been highly speculated since the Switch came out. Oh, Nintendo's making their main console a mobile console also. So what does that mean for Pokemon, which that's always been a mobile game? They've had Pokken Tournament, but Pokemon, the actual, game we know and love, was always exclusives for the handheld. Now that the Switch is handheld, it would make sense that we get it on the Switch. So I hope we see that this year. A lot of people believe it's what we're going to see. But again, it's one of those wait and see things. Don't know until we get there. Next, we have Rage 2 by Bethesda. I do not know much about this game. Apparently, Rage 1 was not hugely successful. Everybody says Rage 2 looks better, but I still haven't really checked it out. I'll definitely, watch it this year, E3. But it's one of those things for me that I'm just not dying to see. I don't really care about it. I want to get to all the good stuff like Fallout. So there's that. But, if that's what you're into, cool. No worries. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've played both the Tomb Raider games. They're very, very good. They have an Uncharted feel, but they're Tomb Raider, a series that we know and love. So that's great. Spider-Man. I'm bitter because I no longer own a PlayStation, but the Spider-Man game looks fantastic. That's another one of those games that I think would almost be worth buying a PlayStation 4 just to play this game. I loved playing the Spider-Man games as a kid. This next entry in the realm of Spider-Man games looks fantastic. Next, two things I'm really excited for. We have an unnamed Star Wars game that is apparently in production by Respawn. Now, if you don't know, Respawn is the company that was responsible for Titanfall 1 and 2. Both of them very good games. Unfortunately, their lifespan was not very long. I think I played Titanfall 1 for a few weeks, and then nobody else ever played it again. That was kind of the general consensus. Even though I heard great things about Titanfall 2, the problem with that is that Titanfall 1 died so quickly that nobody wanted to make the jump and buy Titanfall 2. They were afraid, why buy Titanfall 2 when it's going to last 1 week and then die off? Even though it had a campaign, which Titanfall 1 did not have. So what's even more interesting is that Respawn was absorbed by EA not too long after Titanfall 2. So I don't know what that means for Respawn as a company. I think they make good stuff. I thought Titanfall was good. I hope that EA just gives them the confidence and help they need to launch a AAA title that they may not have had previously when trying to boot up the Titanfall series. Next, we have another unnamed Star Wars project in production by EA Vancouver. All we know is it's looking like a third-person game, and that's literally all we know. We know nothing else about this, but anything Star Wars, I'm a huge fan of. I absolutely love it. Another great game to play and spend many hours playing is Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. We received a trailer not too long ago showing Super Smash Bros., but we didn't get anything else. So we're really hoping to see some more of that this year. And we're definitely sure we will. That's going to be one of Nintendo's big titles that they really get out there this year. We also have Fortnite for the Switch. This is not confirmed. Everybody just believes it's going to happen. Fortnite's come to pretty much every console since then, but we don't know. So I think it'll be cool if it does, I guess. What a lot of people were saying is that, right now Nintendo's going to start charging, or they already have. I haven't played my Switch lately, unfortunately. But Nintendo is charging a $20 fee for their online subscription. They don't have a lot of games that really make it worthwhile right now, in my opinion. I played Splatoon 2 online. That was really fun. But that's the only game I'd really play online. Mario Kart's cool. And even I'd play the Smash Bros. Game when it comes out. But beyond that, they just don't have anything that's just, in my opinion, worth getting their online service for. And I have Fortnite on PC and Xbox, so I still wouldn't get the online service because of that. But people are saying that it'd be a very good reason to for the Switch players that don't have other consoles to play Fortnite on. So that brings us to, not related, just moving on, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is to be set in Greece. Don't know much beyond that. It's the next installment in the Assassin's Creed franchise. It's going to be cool. That's about all I know about it. That being said, I have not really played Assassin's Creed games since, I don't know. I haven't played them in a very long time, and honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. They're good games, but number 3, Assassin's Creed 3, lost me with the whole story of Desmond dying. I liked him. A lot of people didn't, but to each their own. Next, we have Fallout 3 Definitive Edition for the Switch. This is another game that's rumored, not confirmed, but that people said, hey, that'd be pretty cool if you made this. So again, we'll see what they release when they get to their time. And last but not least, we have Mega Man 11. Played lots of Mega Man as a kid. Really fun game. And so the fact they're making number 11 is pretty cool, We're definitely starting to loop back around to all these games that used to be popular, these retro games. They're coming back and they're popular again. People want to play these old games again. And so I think it's allowing a lot of these old game creators to really come back. That being said, I also saw something about Fallout, or I'm sorry, not Fallout. I'm playing Fallout. About Sonic, making a Sonic Heroes game or something. So they're definitely making a lot of games, and bringing back a lot of old series that I didn't think we were gonna see for a while. But I think that's pretty cool. So I will be tuning into E3. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be streaming it, streaming while watching it, or what I'm going to do. But I will definitely let you guys know. And Monday, I will definitely be making a video covering everything we saw at E3. So I'm super excited, guys. If you want to look, where you can watch E3, go to IGN.com. You can watch straight off their website or their YouTube or their Mixer. And I'm sure there's other places I just did not find where all you can watch it today. So guys, thanks for stopping by. Make sure to tune in next Monday where we will discuss all of these super great looking games from E3 2018. I'll see y'all later. Bye.